Welcome to the Strength and Leadership Podcast. My name is Chris Jones, and I'm the pastor of Hope Community Church. And we are a church in the Eastern Panhandle of West Virginia with 3 campuses. And we're just having a great time doing this. I've been a pastor for 24 years now, and we're just building on some of the stuff here and hopefully encouraging you along the way. Today, I want to talk to you about momentum. And it's one of those things that I think everybody hopes for, wants. Momentum is a great thing. But I want to talk about another aspect of momentum that might not get talked about very much, and that's some of the dangers that come along with it. I think most of us, where we live here, there's snow in the wintertime, so we grew up skiing and riding sleds down big hills. And you have an inherent understanding, if you've ever been skiing on a difficult ski slope or riding a sled down a challenging hill, that momentum can take you really fast into something you're not prepared for. I remember in my early 20s skiing and getting a little sure of myself. And so I was going down some black diamonds, more difficult hills. And I went down one of them and started out really well. And momentum was carrying me. It was great. I was feeling really confident about myself until the ski slope turned into moguls. And I realized that this hill had taken me someplace that I wasn't prepared for. And so I didn't even try. There's no way I was going to be able to pull that off with my level of competency in a set of skis. So I ended up on my back and very strangely navigating myself around that. Well, that's something I don't think necessarily has to happen to a leader. Momentum is a wonderful thing, but the danger of it is it can carry you to some place that you're not prepared for. And so a couple things. Momentum doesn't just happen. If you're experiencing a season of momentum, it's probably because of a couple things. Hard work, consistency. You probably built good systems, got the right people. There was processes put in place to be able to create the momentum that you're in. You have to ride the lift up to the mountain, or you have to walk up the hill. There's work that has to be done. And so that's how we get there. So just because you are in a season of momentum now doesn't mean the work stops. It doesn't mean you get lazy. It doesn't mean any of those things. It just means things get easier because you're going downhill. You have momentum. And that's a good thing. So never forget that the way you got here was through doing hard things, through creating good systems, through influence and personal improvement and all those things. Never forget that. Then we have to recognize what happens when momentum takes over. And these are positive things. When momentum takes over, efficiency increases. Your pace increases. It feels like you're just accomplishing things at a higher rate. There's a lot of ideas popping out, and you get this sense that, hey, I'm riding the wave. I'm in the flow. I'm in the zone. And those are all great things. The issue comes when the destination isn't anticipated. So this is what I call the danger zone. When momentum takes over and it just is pushing you. Momentum is pushing your decisions. It's pushing, it's pushing the team. It's pushing everything. It's putting more stress on. It's taking you to a place. And a lot of times teams don't anticipate what that could look like, because here's at the end of the day, some of the things, the reason I call it the danger zone. Momentum can hide the fact that there's a lack of personal improvement. Like, it's just the wave going. Momentum can hide character flaws. Momentum can hide maybe being unprepared. Momentum can hide these things. There's just more people showing up. And so this creates a bit of a danger zone, and it can keep us from anticipating who we have to be when we get there. So one of the keys to dealing with momentum is to look down where the momentum is carrying us and anticipate the load that's going to be on us, the requirements, the stress, the what kind of talent do I need when I get where this is carrying me. And so we have to anticipate where the momentum is taking us. Who do I have to be to function where I'm going? How strong do I have to be? What changes do I have to make? How much influence do I need? What's my character need to be like? And so when a leader fails to do that, we're just riding the wave. And before you know it, you're in a black diamond with moguls and you weren't prepared to do that. And you're on your back. And not only on your back, but you've caused a traffic jam. Now there's other skiers that can't make it down the hill because you weren't prepared. So for me, this is critical in seasons of momentum, to be able to look down the hill, see where it's taking you, and figure out what type of leader you have to be when you get there. And then simply make the adjustment to be that type of leader when you get there. I said simply, I didn't say it was easy. There are simple things that are very hard to do. And so my challenge to you today is, if you're in a season of momentum, or you're trying to get to a season of momentum, and you're working hard, waiting for the thing to all click together, and you're waiting to start running downhill, when you feel the momentum take over, don't stop working. Don't stop caring. Don't stop putting the effort forward. Because my argument is, it is even more pivotal to improve yourself when the momentum takes over than it is before it takes over, because the pace is increasing so fast. The distance is shortening so fast that you have to double down on becoming the person that's going to be able to stand when you get there to where you're going, that can handle the stress, that can handle the complexity, that can handle all those things when you get there. And so over the years, I've seen so many people get momentum and they kind of just lay back on the sled and they just go with it. And that's really the wrong mentality to have. The right mentality is, what do I have to change about me in order to be the person that can lead when I get there? So I'm going to follow up on this in a second segment, but I want to challenge you right now. If you're in a season of momentum, lean back into the work of improving yourself. Lean back into the work of figuring out who you have to be when you get there to lead the way you're supposed to lead. We'll see you.